Imagine owning your own piece of land in Canada without draining your savings. What if you could build your dream cabin, start a homestead, or simply enjoy a peaceful retreat, all for a price that won't shock your wallet? In today's video, we're exploring the 10 most affordable places to buy land in Canada in 2025. Curious where you can still find land at surprisingly low prices? Want to know which regions have potential for future growth? Stick around as we uncover hidden gems scattered across this vast and beautiful country. Number 10, Kipling, Saskatchewan. Welcome to Kipling, Saskatchewan, a place so affordable that at one point, land was literally being sold for just $1. That's right. A few years back, this small town, located around 75 kilometers northeast of Regina, launched a promotion where you could buy a plot for a single loonie. While that specific offer isn't active anymore, Kipling still remains one of the most budget-friendly places to buy land in all of Canada. So, how affordable is it now? Depending on the size and location of the lot, you can still find land for as low as $10,000 to $30,000. To put that into perspective, that's around the same price as a used 2015 Toyota Corolla. Even larger lots, like those over 2 acres, can go for under $50,000, a rare deal in most parts of the country. And no, Kipling isn't some abandoned ghost town. It's home to about 600 residents, with essential amenities like schools, healthcare services, and even a hockey arena, because, of course, this is Canada. Surrounded by picturesque farmland and rolling prairies, it's an ideal spot if you're after a quieter life away from busy cities. Another bonus? Low property taxes. With a property tax rate of around 1.5%, a $30,000 lot would only cost about $450 a year. That's less than your daily Starbucks run. If you've been dreaming of owning Canadian land without going broke, Kipling could be your golden opportunity. You could build a tiny home, start a small farm, or simply hold the land as an investment, because let's face it, prices this low won't stick around forever. Number 9, Greater Sudbury, Ontario. Now let's head to Ontario, where real estate is usually sky-high, but Greater Sudbury stands out as a surprising exception. While places like Toronto might have you selling a kidney just to buy a condo, Sudbury offers a breath of fresh air. The average land price here is around $320,000, which might sound high, but compared to Toronto's staggering $1.2 million price tag for a tiny home, it's a steal. Looking for vacant land? You can find 1-acre plots starting from $40,000 to $80,000 in nearby areas, cheaper than a brand new Tesla Model 3. So, why is Sudbury a great pick? It's actually Ontario's largest city by land area, stretching over 3,627 square kilometers. That's bigger than Toronto, Ottawa, and Mississauga combined. Yet, it only has a population of around 170,000, meaning there's plenty of room to spread out. Nicknamed Nickel City, Sudbury has a thriving mining industry, and jobs in tech, education, and natural resources are growing fast. You'll also find 14 scenic lakes, beautiful hiking trails, and Lake Ramsey, the second largest lake within a city anywhere in the world. Another perk? Lower property taxes, about 30% cheaper than Toronto's. And the overall cost of living is 35% lower than the GTA, making everything from groceries to gas more affordable. If you want to stay in Ontario but avoid going broke, Sudbury offers affordable land, a solid job market, and a high quality of life, a rare combination. Number 8, Scarth, Manitoba. Looking for rock-bottom land prices? Check out Scarth, Manitoba, where land isn't just affordable, it's almost unbelievable. In some parts of Scarth, you can still find land for as little as $10. Yes, you heard that right, $10. That's cheaper than a Big Mac meal. Okay, not every lot is that cheap, but even premium land rarely goes over $150,000, and you can get 5 or more acres for under $50,000. That's exactly why more and more people are moving here to build off-grid homes and start farms. So, why is the land so cheap? Scarth is a tiny rural town in Manitoba with fewer than 200 residents. It's located near Verdun, a nearby town that provides basic amenities like grocery stores, restaurants, and healthcare services. But what truly sets Scarth apart is the incredibly low cost of living, almost 50% cheaper than in major Canadian cities. If you're a first-time landowner, Manitoba makes things even sweeter with significant tax rebates that can save you thousands of dollars just for buying property here. Planning to farm? Even better. The government provides agricultural grants and subsidies, making it an even more appealing option. While Scarth isn't a big urban hub, it's a perfect haven for anyone seeking cheap land, peace and quiet, and the chance to build a dream home without going into debt. If rural living suits you, this is one of Canada's best-kept secrets. Number 7, St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Picture waking up every day to the sound of ocean waves, crisp sea air, and gulls flying overhead. Sounds like a dream, right? Now imagine owning your own coastal property in Canada for under $50,000. Welcome to St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, one of the most affordable places in the country to buy land by the sea. While oceanfront properties in Vancouver can cost upwards of $3 million, and Nova Scotia's coast averages around $400,000, St. John's is in a league of its own. Here, you can still find quarter-acre lots starting at just $25,000, and if you're lucky, even a half-acre near the water for around $75,000. To put that in perspective, that's cheaper than a one-bedroom condo in Toronto. Why is land so cheap? St. John's is Canada's easternmost city, meaning it's farther from the country's central economic zones. But that distance comes with perks: a slower pace of life, property taxes around 0.8%, and a cost of living nearly 35% lower than in Ontario. St. John's is also rich in culture and history. It's home to Signal Hill, where the first transatlantic wireless message was received in 1901. And let's not forget George Street, which boasts more bars per square foot than anywhere else in North America. Then there's the legendary Newfoundland seafood: cod, lobster, mussels, all fresh and available at unbeatable prices. Another huge benefit? No land transfer tax. While places like Ontario and BC charge up to 3% on property transactions, Newfoundland and Labrador charge nothing, saving you thousands. If you're dreaming of affordable seaside living, St. John's is a hidden gem that gives you all the coastal charm without the $1 million price tag. Number 6, Pipestone, Alberta. Let's now travel west to Pipestone, Alberta, a small rural town that just might be Western Canada's best-kept secret for affordable land. If you've ever imagined owning a large piece of land for next to nothing, this is your place. Here's where it gets crazy. Land in Pipestone can go for as little as $9,000 per acre. That's cheaper than a brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. To compare, in Calgary, even the tiniest plot of land starts at $400,000. That's why Pipestone is such an incredible deal. So, why the low prices? Pipestone is located about 60 kilometers from Edmonton, meaning it's not part of a booming city, but that's actually a huge plus. Alberta has no provincial sales tax, low property taxes, and a cost of living that's 20% lower than Ontario. It's perfect for off-grid living, farming, or even starting a ranch. Alberta is a top agricultural province, and the land here is ideal for livestock, crops, or simply escaping city life. Another big perk? Alberta's oil and gas industry creates tons of job opportunities. Even if you don't plan to farm, you can lease your land to energy companies and earn passive income. Some landowners make up to $5,000 per year per acre just by renting to oil and gas firms. And though it's rural, Pipestone has solid infrastructure. It's near Highway 2, making Edmonton easily reachable. Plus, Alberta's government is investing in rural broadband, so high-speed internet is becoming widely accessible. Perfect if you want to work remotely while enjoying the open countryside and zero traffic jams. In short, if you want affordable, large plots of land with low taxes and great investment potential, Pipestone is a no-brainer. It's like buying land for the price of a laptop, except instead of a gadget, you're getting acres of opportunity. Number 5, Moncton, New Brunswick. Let's talk about a city that's been quietly rising as one of Canada's top real estate markets, Moncton, New Brunswick. If you think city living has to be expensive, think again. Moncton offers some of the lowest land prices in eastern Canada. You can buy a vacant residential lot here starting at just $40,000 to $80,000. Compare that to places like Halifax or Montreal, where similar land can cost over $250,000. Want something bigger? A 5-acre property can still be found for under $150,000. That's less than a down payment on a Toronto condo. But Moncton isn't just affordable, it's also one of Canada's fastest growing cities, with a population increase of over 8% in the last 5 years. Why the boom? Because Moncton offers big city amenities at small town prices. For instance, property taxes in New Brunswick are only 1.4%, compared to Ontario's 2.5%. The cost of living is about 30% cheaper than in Vancouver or Toronto. That means lower costs on groceries, fuel, dining, and entertainment, making it ideal for first-time land buyers. Moncton is also a bilingual city, where both English and French are widely spoken. It's a growing hub for tech, education, and healthcare, offering plenty of job opportunities. And if you love nature, Moncton is home to some of Canada's best beaches, including Parley Beach, where the water is warm enough to swim during the summer. One of the biggest advantages of buying land here. New Brunswick has an immigration program that prioritizes new residents who invest in property. If you're moving from another province or even another country, you could be fast-tracked for residency simply by owning land. In summary, Moncton offers the cheapest city land in eastern Canada and is growing rapidly. If you want affordable land with real city amenities, Moncton is a top contender to watch in 2025. Number 4, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. If you've ever dreamed of owning a large plot of land in a thriving city without blowing your budget, Saskatoon might be calling your name. This prairie powerhouse boasts some of the lowest land prices of any major Canadian city, making it a hidden gem for investors, first-time buyers, or anyone looking to build a dream home. Consider this. Land in Toronto starts at $1,200 per square meter. In Saskatoon, vacant lots average only $30 to $50 per square meter. That means a typical 5,000 square foot lot could cost you as little as $40,000 to $80,000, and we're talking about land inside the city, not in the middle of nowhere. So, why is it so affordable? One word: supply. Saskatchewan is one of Canada's least populated provinces, with only 1.2 million people living in an area larger than Germany. Plenty of space means land stays cheap. It gets even better. Property taxes in Saskatoon are just 1.43%, significantly lower than in Ontario or BC. And if you're interested in farming, the surrounding region is part of Canada's agricultural heartland. Farmland here averages only $2,700 per acre, compared to over $15,000 per acre in Ontario. Saskatoon is also on the rise, with a 10% population increase over the past decade. Its economy is booming, thanks to thriving industries like mining, agriculture, and tech. Plus, the University of Saskatchewan draws thousands of students and young professionals every year. Let's not forget about lifestyle. Saskatoon is often called the Paris of the prairies, thanks to its charming bridges, scenic riverfront, and vibrant art scene. And the best part? Housing costs are 60% lower than Vancouver, so once you buy land, you can actually afford to build your home. Bottom line, Saskatoon offers city-level convenience at small-town prices, making it one of the smartest places to invest in land in 2025. Number 3, Thunder Bay, Ontario. Dreaming of buying land in Ontario but overwhelmed by Toronto's sky-high prices? Say hello to Thunder Bay, possibly Ontario's best land-buying hack. While the average lot price in Toronto exceeds $700,000, Thunder Bay has land starting at just $20,000 to $50,000. You can even find 1-acre lots for under $100,000, something that's almost unthinkable in other Ontario cities. And it gets better. Property taxes in Thunder Bay are just 1.57%, significantly lower than Toronto's 2.5% average. So why is it so affordable? Thunder Bay is located in northern Ontario, about 1,400 kilometers from Toronto. It's not as densely populated or developed as southern Ontario, which means land is more available and far more affordable. Looking to buy land in Ontario but scared off by Toronto's million-dollar price tags? Thunder Bay might just be the ultimate land-buying hack. While the average lot price in Toronto exceeds $700,000, you can find land in Thunder Bay for as little as $20,000 to $50,000. Want a full 1-acre lot? You can get one for under $100,000, a deal you won't find in most other Ontario cities. Even better, property taxes here are only 1.57%. Far below Toronto's 2.5% average. So, what's the catch? Thunder Bay is located in northern Ontario, around 1,400 kilometers from Toronto. While it's farther from Canada's biggest economic hubs, that actually works to your advantage. Land prices are still affordable, and you get all the benefits of Ontario without the sky-high housing costs. The city is growing steadily, with an economy built on forestry, mining, and transportation. As a major port city on Lake Superior, Thunder Bay has a strong industrial foundation. Plus, the government is pouring millions into renewable energy and infrastructure, meaning land values are likely to rise in the coming years. And let's not forget the natural beauty. Thunder Bay is a paradise for outdoor lovers. From Sleeping Giant Provincial Park to Kakabeka Falls, nicknamed the Niagara of the North, you're surrounded by nature. With a cost of living 35% lower than Toronto, your savings stretch further: cheaper groceries, gas, entertainment, and even internet. One hidden perk? Thunder Bay offers grants and tax incentives for new landowners who build on their property. That means if you purchase land and construct a home, you could get thousands of dollars back from the city. Bottom line, if you want affordable land in Ontario without sacrificing livability, Thunder Bay is the budget-friendly dream you've been looking for. Number 2, Brandon, Manitoba. Never heard of Brandon, Manitoba? You're not alone, but you should know about it. This small prairie city is one of the most affordable places to buy land in Canada, and it's also among the fastest-growing cities in the prairies. In Winnipeg, land prices average around $250 per square meter. In Brandon, you can get land for just $20 to $50 per square meter. That's 80% cheaper. Want to build a home? You can get a full residential lot for just $30,000 to $80,000, less than a new car in Toronto. If you're looking for farmland, you're in luck. Land in Brandon goes for around $2,200 per acre, compared to a whopping $112,000 per acre in southern Ontario. It gets even better, property taxes here are only 1.3%, among the lowest in the country. So if you buy a $100,000 lot, you're only paying $1,300 per year in taxes. Compare that to Vancouver, where you'd be paying over $55,000 for the same land value. So why is Brandon so affordable? Manitoba is often overlooked when people think of moving to Canada, but Brandon is booming. It has a stable economy built on agriculture, food processing, and manufacturing. The city has grown by 6.1% in the past decade, and with government incentives in place, land values are expected to keep rising. And when it comes to lifestyle, Brandon delivers. Nicknamed the Wheat City, it has deep farming roots, but it's far from just a farm town. The city boasts a university, a vibrant art scene, and some of the lowest crime rates in Manitoba. The cost of living is 35% lower than in Calgary, making everything from groceries to gas more affordable. Here's a fun fact: Brandon gets over 2,300 hours of sunshine per year, making it one of the sunniest cities in Canada. If you're tired of gloomy skies, this might be your perfect escape. Bottom line: Brandon is a hidden goldmine for land buyers, cheap, high-quality land with real growth potential. Number 1, Mundare, Alberta. Finally, let's talk about the most affordable place to buy land in Canada, and you've probably never heard of it. Mundare, Alberta. This tiny town offers huge opportunities, and yes, even a giant sausage. More on that in a minute. Land here starts at just $10,000 per lot. No, that's not a typo. You can literally buy a residential lot for the cost of 1 month's rent in Vancouver. The average price per square meter in Mundare is only $10 to $25. Making it the cheapest land in Canada. And if you want more space, rural lots outside town go for as low as $1,500 per acre. Why so cheap? Well, Mundare is really small. The population is just 852 people, located about 70 kilometers east of Edmonton. It's quiet, peaceful, and has fewer job opportunities, so prices have stayed incredibly low. But here's the opportunity: Alberta has no provincial sales tax, making it cheaper to own property long-term. Even better, the town is actively encouraging new residents. They offer programs with discounted land, reduced building permit fees, tax breaks for new home construction. That means if you buy land here, you'll also receive financial incentives to build. Now, about that sausage. Mundare is home to the world's largest sausage statue, a 42-foot-tall Ukrainian kielbasa that weighs 6 tons. It's a tribute to the town's Ukrainian heritage and its famous Stonichi's meat processing, one of Alberta's most beloved sausage makers. Aside from its quirky charm, Mundare is surrounded by gorgeous prairies and lakes, making it perfect for those who love peace, quiet, and nature. And since it's just 45 minutes from Edmonton, you get the best of both worlds: cheap land with easy access to a major city. Final thoughts: if you're looking for the cheapest land in Canada, Mundare is hands down your best bet. With ultra-low prices, no sales tax, and financial incentives, it's an incredible investment even if you just hold on to the land for a few years.